lecture. And before we get into this very important live stream lecture, please hit my subscribe button and notification button. And if you are a consistent viewer who has not subscribed to my channel, I really do appreciate the watch hours, but it does not fully support my channel if you have not subscribed. And also share my channel with one person in the real world. Have them to check out a couple of my videos. Let them make the decision on whether or not they want to subscribe or not. All I need for you to do is to just share my channel with one person Be a part of this channel as it's getting ready to hit its first 1,200 subscriber milestone. I'm very, 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 very close to hitting that first 1,200 subscriber milestone. So this channel needs all the support that it can get for real as it heads into the year of 2023. And I really do want to personally thank all of my supporters and my viewers, my subscribers. Even if you are a viewer who has not subscribed, I really appreciate that too, because it helps me get my watch hours. This channel is in June of next year, my YouTube channel will be 3 years old, and it has been a phenomenal, tremendous journey, and I'm here to tell you. So with that being said, let's get down to today's exciting live stream lecture. The focus of this lecture is going to be, are you living above your means? Are you living above your financial means? This topic is so important. Before I get into this, because this is one of these topics where there is going to be an activity incorporated with this topic. So I'm going to give you a moment right now to go get something to write with in a piece of paper, because there is going to be, are you living above your means activity. So go ahead and do that while I take a couple of sips of coffee. Get something to write with in a piece of paper. Go ahead. And as we're waiting on folks to get their paper and pencil, one of the things I do is I'm a coffee drinker. I've been drinking coffee, believe it or not, since I was 5 years old. And I do not put sugar in my coffee. I don't put sugar in anything that I drink. I don't care if it's coffee or lemonade, tea. I drink it straight up. But what I do put in my coffee is 100% heavy whipped cream. It gives us a rich flavor, smooth taste. Whipped cream has 0 sugar. Give it a try. Use a good brand of coffee when you do that, and it really just brings that coffee out. All right, let's get down to business. So are you living above your means? If you regularly exceed your budget and spend more than what's coming in, either some spending categories or all of them, that's a clear sign that you're living above your means. If you have more than enough income for the basics, but you indulge in eating out literally every day, going on multiple vacations throughout the year. Some people go on vacations every week. Every weekend they're doing something, going somewhere. I don't care if it's a 1-hour drive to go to the mountains. You're still spending money. Overspending on clothes, cars, expensive jewelries, at the expense of not having adequate retirement or savings, investments, or etc., or at the expense of not being able to send your child to college without a boatload of debt, then that's a high probability you are living above your means. So with that pencil and something to write with and that piece of paper I asked you to get, the instructions are right now, go ahead and number on that paper 1 through 10. Go ahead and do that. As you number 1 through 10 on that piece of paper, 10 questions, 1 through 10. I'm going to read 10 questions. And as I read through these questions, you are going to answer yes or no. Keep it simple. It's either yes or no. I've done this activity various places in my community. People invite me to come do guest speaking at community colleges, churches, in various places in the neighborhood. And when I go through these questions, it's always people wanting clarity on either yes or no. You're going to answer either yes or no. Number one, do you live paycheck to paycheck? And if you're not working, then whatever income you have, are you living paycheck to paycheck? Or if you got a monthly income, are you living, that's your paycheck? Do you live paycheck to paycheck? Meaning by the time you get paid, whatever income you have for the month, before the next month comes, you dead broke. So you're going to answer yes or no. Number two, has your credit score dropped? Has your credit score dropped, meaning decrease, gone down? That's another question that people don't seem to understand when I've done this activity. Has your credit score dropped? Yes or no? Number three, have you stopped your retirement contributions? I tell people, just because you're in retirement and you're getting income or some kind of retirement income, I don't care if it's a 401 or Social Security or other investments, that don't mean you got to stop your investments. There are many other ways you can invest into your retirement. So the question is, have you stopped your retirement contributions? Number four, yes or no? I'm sorry, number three, yes or no? Number four, does a big proportion of your income goes to housing, rather you pay a mortgage or rent? Does a big proportion of your income goes to housing, meaning above 30%? Yes or no? Number five, has your savings account stopped growing? Meaning you ain't putting no money in it, it's stopped. Has your savings account stopped growing? Yes or no? Number six, have you been charged an overdraft fee more than one time this year? We're in the month of December. Have you been charged an overdraft fee more than one time this year, meaning you overdrawed on your doggone bank account more than one time this year? Yes or no? Number seven, have you set a budget? Simple question. Have you set a budget? Yes or no? Number eight, and I see this a lot. Number eight, are you leasing a car you know you're behind, can't afford or to buy? Are you leasing a car you can't afford to buy? I've known people, the amount of money that they pay to lease a car because they want to look good in profile is more than you would pay on a doggone mortgage or rent. That's unacceptable. And number nine. Oh, this is another good one. Number nine. Are you only making minimum payments on your credit card? If you are only sending in the minimum payment, that money is not hitting the principal. It's hitting all of it probably going towards interest. Are you only making minimum payments on your doggone credit card? Yes or no? Number 10, and which is the most important, number 10, do you have an emergency fund at a minimum of 6 months? I don't care if it's a couple of months worth of money saved up to pay your bills for anywhere up to 6 months. God forbid if you get sick or you have to go in the hospital, you can't work, you lose your job. Do you have that amount of cushion where you can still sustain your livelihood for up to 6 months? And if it's not even up to 6 months, even if it's a couple of months, that's better than nothing. You gotta have some kind of money, emergency money to fall back on in your savings account. I don't care if it's $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. $10,000 is better than zero. And I'm telling you, you got a lot of people during the holidays, they're going to have 3 cents in their doggone savings account. 3 cents. I was in a conversation with somebody 2 days ago, and based off what they told me, because I talked to a lot of people in the natural environment, and this person told me, this is the driving force for me to do this lecture, because the person told me in the conversation that they have a grand total of 3 cents in their savings account. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. I'm trying to wrap my brain around what can you do with 3 cents. I asked the person, what can you do? I'm keeping it real. What can you do with 3 cents? And the person was not able to answer the question. I'm for real. And I told the person, actually the person ended up subscribing to my YouTube channel. I told the person, you just made me think of something. You just made me think of something. I'm going to do a live stream lecture on, and I'm going to literally title the live stream lecture, Are You Living Above Your Means? Bottom line, this thing is real. You got folks who are going to dig the hole so doggone deep for the holidays. And I'm going to tell you something. I've already had conversations with my family, and because I'm finishing out the renovations in my home, my contract the December the 27th will be done with the renovations on my home that I spent a truckload of money spread out over time so I can get ready to put this doggone house on the market January 1st. And I'm going to tell you something. I had to drop 10 grand cash. And trust me, when I pulled that $10,000 out of my savings account, it did not drain my savings account. I'm here to tell you. You got to be strategic with your money. This thing is real. I ain't trying to impress nobody. This thing is real. This money piece is real. I talk about this in my doggone book. This Awake Financial Freedom, I'm telling you, thank you, God, for awakening me in 2012 when I had that spiritual battle. There's a chapter in my book. There's a chapter in my book where I talk about that 24-hour spiritual battle with God. When he gave me the skills and awakened me to control my money, to master. They didn't teach me this in grad school or undergrad or high school or college. It took me to fall hard. It took me to fall hard to rise. And I'm here to tell you, this is a must-read book. If you are living above your doggone means, you're already probably spending. I talked to somebody, I remember a friend of mine told me that without realizing, the girl spent $1,000 on pizza. Not counting going grocery shopping every week. I'm trying to figure out how you going to spend $1,000 on pizza in 1 month and you ain't realize you spent that $1,000 on nothing but pizza. Or eating out for pizza every day. So I'm here to tell you, if all this money you're wasting away, if you try to tell me you can't afford $12.95 or $9.99 to purchase this powerful book, this testimony to awaken your financial freedom, I don't know what to tell you. I'm here to tell you, put the doggone book on your bucket list for 2023. And I even have to follow my own tips and strategies because from 2012 to 2023, we finna enter in the year 2023. That's a lot of time. I had to make sure I sustain my financial freedom and follow my own tips and strategies because I met lots of folks who would get out of debt, turn their behinds right around and get back in debt again. And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, enough is enough. All I know is I'm getting ready to offboard out of this workforce. I'm getting ready to offboard out of this workforce and getting ready to cultivate and start new chapters in my life. Do some traveling. Traveling don't cost all that much. And do some things that I really want to do for real, versus working myself to death. And I'm here to tell you, enough is enough. There's too many things in life you can do other than working. When I talk to people, when they talk about, what you going to do when you ain't working, it's a big old wide world out there. Go see the world versus hitting somebody's time clock. And I'm here to tell you. I noticed I had some supporters chiming in. I appreciate your support in listening to this lecture. Forward this lecture. Share this particular lecture right now. Share this lecture because there are family members, friends, co-workers, people in the neighborhood losing sleep right now because they're drowning in a sea of debt. Forward this particular lecture right now to every doggone body you know. If you got a YouTube channel, put it on your community wall because this is real stuff. This is real talk. Ain't sugarcoat nothing. I'm here to tell you because I used to be one of those people. You know, that activity that we just did, there was a point in my life that I literally would answer yes to every last one of these questions. Yes, 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 yes again. But by the grace of God, I can literally go through this list and answer no, 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 no. I can answer no to all of these questions. But for some of them, I can answer yes in terms of that emergency savings account and retirement fund. I'm investing aggressively in all of that. I'm here to tell you. It's time to turn those yes into no's, and I'm here to tell you. That's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. Please share this powerful topic. Hit that subscribe button right now. Share this topic. And with that being said, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.